Hey everyone, it's Mike. Before we start the episode, I have a cool question to ask. Do you own a brewery? Do your customers love trivia as much as I do? Well, then you better listen up, because Geeks Who Drink weekly trivia nights are the cornerstone of event programming for over 650 breweries and bars nationwide. Geeks Who Drink Trivia is consistently fun and low-effort way to build a community of regulars, because we all need our norms, cliffs, and all that, but we want to bring more people in as well. So you can even turn that slow weeknight into the busiest night of the week. So get started with this exclusive offer for my Taproom listeners and get your first quiz night free. Go to geekswhodrink.com/taproom and enter promo code Taproom. That's geekswhodrink.com/taproom, promo code Taproom. And now, on to the episode. All right, and we're back. This is episode 79 of the Taproom Podcast, and I'm your host, Mike. Oh, man. It's like 1 o'clock on a Saturday, and I'm still fucking tired from last night. I started out drinking over at Noble Ale Works with Hannah Banana, also known as Big Lou, head brewer Hannah on Instagram. Yeah, so we hung out there, a bunch of us went. There was about 11 of us there at the game. We had a good time. Braves lost. It's all right, though. Shit happens. Going back to the game today, I think I'm going to go with my buddy Taylor, so that should be pretty fun. Let's see. But yeah, this week's episode is with Tommy and Kenny from Asylum Brewing in Anaheim. We had a really good time. Both great guys. Get to find out, a lot of Tommy's story and Kenny's story and hearing just how Asylum came to be, which was really cool. And also, big congrats to Asylum. They are now going to be in the Honda Center. So that's really cool. That's exciting. And we love going to Ducks games and stuff like that to see my Avs. So congratulations, Tommy and Kenny. That's really cool. Great beer, man. Really, really good beer. They have events there all the time. They have Tacos Los Cholos there on Tuesdays, Big Rex Barbecue, which is, a former guest on the show, every Friday, but they have food every day. They have like 8 or 9 pinball machines. Honestly, the vibe in that place, the ambiance, everything is just really, really awesome. So if you have a chance to get down there, definitely do it. Like, it's just a really cool spot, and I can't wait for you guys to hear it in the interview. Didn't do a whole lot of editing, me, but it was a really, really good time. We had a fun conversation. Let's see what else we got here. Also wanted to mention Sonora Brew House, Ricky Rivera. He is doing an Indiegogo for he wants to, open up his own brick and mortar. He needs some help with that. So you can definitely go to Norwalk Brew House on Instagram and check that out. Also towards the end of the episode, we're going to have, since Mike and Big Lou were at the game yesterday, we recorded a little bit, but I didn't realize one of the mics wasn't working. So the audio is a little bad, but it's mostly Big Lou. I think I'm in the beginning part when we're on Noble, but I'm going to try to clean it up to where it sounds, you can kind of hear both of us a little bit better. At one point, there was I forgot to turn one of the mics off and it just kept recording. So, but it's I think I cut it down to about 6 minutes. But yeah, we had an awesome time yesterday. It was really cool. What else we got? Also at the end of the episode, LA_Brew Life Art is going to be giving us his college ball predictions. I'm going to go over mine a little bit today, but I think I'm going to talk a little bit more next week. I'm going into week 1 because next week is week 0, but college football's back next week. It's fucking exciting. Can't wait. Trying to come up with the menu right now for week 1. Thinking maybe a brisket. Also thinking pork belly burn ends. I don't know. Could be a toss up. What else do we got? Nick Cage is playing John Madden in the biopic. So that's kind of interesting. Could be cool though. Nick Cage, good actor. So, I always loved biopics. Those are some of my favorite types of movies. What else we got? We did a couple polls this week. One poll and then a couple questions. The one poll was everyone out there still living hazies. And that's people asking me do you hate hazies? I was like, no, I don't hate them. I just don't drink them as often, and I don't say I just get kind of full when I drink them. So, but yeah, I still enjoy a good hazy. I had one at Noble yesterday that felt deranged, and then also they're felt independent. I really like too. That was only like 6.5, I think. Maybe it's 6 even. But I'm probably going to have a couple of those today before I go to the game. What else we got here? A couple questions. The first question was, where was the Pilsner invented? The Geeks Who Drink question of the week, or questions of the week. But yeah, it says, where was the Pilsner invented? And the options were Germany, Czech Republic, and Belgium. The overwhelming, well, the winner, actually, the right answer was Czech Republic, 330 votes, and 160 votes for Germany, and 40 votes for Belgium. So most people got it right. Good job. The next one, not so much. The question was, what year was MySpace created? The options were 2003, 2002, 2005, or 2004. The answer was 2003. 300 votes for 2002. 220 votes. Yeah, 220 votes for 2003, which is the correct answer. 50 votes for 2005 and 30 votes for 2004. Yeah, I was like, man, yeah, cool. I mean, it was a couple of fun questions to throw out there. But yeah, stay tuned after the interview with Kenny and Tommy from Asylum. And stay tuned for Mike and Big Lou's adventure at the Angel Game. All right, guys, we're back in the tap room, and I'm your host, Mike. I have two very special guests on the show today. I have Tommy and Kenny, the owners of Asylum Brewing out here in Anaheim. How's it going, fellas?
Doing good. How about you, Mike?
Doing pretty
great.
good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good.
Hanging out.
Yeah, glad you guys got to be here. I mean, I was really excited, I know we've been going back and forth a little bit. Glad we finally got to do it, but it was such a fun time when I got to come during the soft opening and see everything. It was awesome. I love this place.
Well, thanks for your patience. It took a long time for reasons out of our control.
Oh, no. Yeah, it happens, man.
I'm happy to be talking now.
Yeah, no, life happens, brother. I mean, that's why, it's just one of those things. And, especially you're opening a brewery,
For the second time.
Yeah.
It's weird. Don't ever move breweries. That's my advice right off the bat.
Yeah.
Just sell it as is and buy a new one.
Okay.
Just don't even try to move the equipment. Just don't.
Yeah.
Not recommended.
Gotcha. All right. I mean, so one thing, we'll start off with the beer we're drinking. Right now we're drinking you said the pink lemonade?
This is called Paradox. It's our pink lemonade lager.
Okay.
So it's a one-off right now that, we contract brewed, but now we have our brew house finally online and we're brewing in-house again. So
awesome.
We'll be making more small batch stuff that is more stuff we've done in the past. And, but this is nice because of summer. It goes down real easy.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, cheers, fellas.
Salud.
Oh, that's good stuff.
We'll switch to something hoppy after.
Oh, that's perfect. No, this is great too. Love it. Could you guys tell us about how you your craft beer journeys, how it all started for you guys?
Oh, you want to go first, Kenny? I've never heard it.
Mine doesn't necessarily exist.
Yeah.
You don't have one. Okay. Well, I'll go then.
No, it's all good.
As far as what got me into craft beer, I mean,
yeah,
it was basically when Stone and Modern Times were, Modern Times came out and they were really hot at the time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really into beer because it's Stone, the big stuff was pale ale and it was okay, but it was Stone.
Yeah.
And so when they had the Black House Coffee Stout from Modern Times, that was
fantastic.
The first thing I ever tried was whoa, this is beer. It's got coffee in it. I had no idea. And so from there, we would go out and try different stuff. So I forget when Modern Times started, but it was right when they started.
Wow. That's awesome. I know a lot of people's usually their go-to one is Sierra Nevada because I was the one that, one of the OGs.
I was around a lot of trash people.
Oh, gotcha.
So that had no culture or class.
Gotcha.
So they just went to the cool kid stuff. Not that Modern Times is trash.
Yeah.
It was an Inland Empire. So they're literally classless animals.
Yeah.
In the Inland Empire. So they wouldn't know about Sierra Nevada.
Gotcha.
And now, yes, that is a very prestigious. I wish I could have had them as an introduction, but no, God forbid.
Yeah, mine was
I misunderstood the question. You mean introduction into brewery beers?
Yeah, craft beer in general.
So
yeah.
Mine dates back to 2012.
Okay.
New Belgium came out with something called Ranger.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you remember that. So it wasn't always a hazy Ranger. It used to be a straight West Coast style IPA.
Does it even exist anymore?
No.
Oh, okay.
Ever since the haze craze came in, they changed it over. And then,
of course,
Brew Free or Die by 21st Amendment was also one of my very beginning ones. And that also changed into a hazy or blood orange. Not a fan.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
all West Coast styles brewed all over. So that's where it began, and then it just continued off from there.
Yeah. That's awesome. My first one was a arrogant or double bastard, and it was, I was like, I'll admit it. I mean, back then my palate wasn't ready for it.
Right.
Strong beer.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, like Stone and them, they paved the way though for craft beer. Really,
it's funny how they did, and then they just everything they said out of their mouth was always the opposite.
Yeah,
ended up being the opposite.
Yeah, it just was like, oh yeah, we don't make fizzy yellow beer.
Yeah,
and it's like
fizzy yellow beers for wussies.
Kidding. Here it is.
Yeah.
We don't make hazies. Kidding.
Yeah, here they are.
Seltzer. Psh, kidding.
Yeah.
And also, we're independent forever.
Yeah.
Oh,
just kidding.
Here's a check. Kidding.
Oh, yeah, we took that sign down.
Yeah.
But I love Sapporo, so let's get some domestic Sapporo in here.
Oh, yeah.
And, whatever. Who cares?
Oh, for sure. Did you start off like home brewing, or how did it all start out for you?
It kind of goes back to the same thing. I didn't, to answer your question.
Yeah.
But I used to work for Apple, and that's when craft beer was like getting big. And so I worked for them for a number of years, and eventually was like, this company's changed. Steve Jobs died, and the whole company changed. And I was like, I want to work for myself and do something. And so we got into craft beer just as a hobby, and we had a family friend out in the Inland Empire that had a brewery. And so I kind of went over there and just kind of watched them brew a couple times and checked that out and was like, wow, this is really cool. I like the whole, thing that's going on, and I want to do it for myself. So, I didn't do it instantly. It took a period of years to figure out like how I wanted to start it, but then I did.
Okay.
So I left Apple and started a brewery.
Been doing it ever since.
Hired a brewer and said I'll figure it out on the way.
That's awesome.
And he did it ever since. And I did.
Yeah. And that's one of the reasons why I like doing this, because I mean, if it motivates one person to get out there and maybe start a brewery, or even just start brewing, or maybe home brewing, just to.
And I did do a couple home brews just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
And looking back, I mean, I know what they tasted like, and it was like very bitter.
Yeah.
But it was homebrew kits. But like,
of course,
I was like, okay, I get this. This is a thing.
Like a Mr. Beer kit.
Yeah, it was like what was it down there in South Orange County? Anyway, I'll think of the name. O'Shea's, that's it.
Okay.
O'Shea's. They had their homebrew kits, and I went there and did that. And it turned out okay. It was bitter bomb, but
yeah,
I understood what the process was. But I was like, yeah, this isn't for me. Like, I don't want to be doing that part. I want to do the business part.
Yeah.
So, and now ever since then and throughout COVID and everything, I learned way more. And, I have brewed for years now.
Mm-hmm.
So I know how to do it correctly. I still just don't want to do it. So I hire brewers.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Valid point.
The creative, like constant, like, oh, what do we do next? And like, oh, what about this malt? And that, it's like, I just can. Somebody else with that mind has to do it.
Yeah.
Keeps it interesting. I can add cereal all day to beers.
There you go.
Like the actual base thing, no. Just send that out to somebody smarter.
Okay. Nice.
More patience.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite styles to drink?
I really just like West Coast anything.
Okay.
I mean,
Same.
lager, I kind of go in and out. It's good, and then I get kind of tired of it. And then, I'll drink a hazy here and there, but West Coast for the most part.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, same. I love
West Coast still.
Yeah, if you make even a West Coast lager, West Coast Pilsner, like good stuff. Like cold IPAs are good. Love West Coast. Hazies, they're not my favorite, but I mean, I will have them every once in a great while.
I like things that are weird.
Yeah.
If there's like some weird, like one of my favorite beers that's weird was the Indra Canindra from Ballast Point.
Okay.
That was like a curry. He would hate it, but it was like a curry stout.
I did taste it.
And it was fan-fucking-tastic. It
Wow.
was just like, wow, you knew right away it was like a curry beer, and I just never had anything like it. So that's, I like stuff like that when people take a chance.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it probably won't sell very well, but it tastes amazing.
But then you never know, though, because something could hit and just start some new trend, and then every brewery's brewing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So stuff that's weird, stuff that's a chance. I hope somebody hears this and says, yes, I would do that. But doubt it.
Yeah, you never know.
Just hazy.
Yeah.
Hazy forever.
The haze craze. Yeah, that was pretty wild. I mean, it's still going on. I mean, there's some breweries you go to and they have like 6 or 7, 8 hazies on tap. It's like, what's the difference?
You have to have one on though.
Oh yeah, you have to.
That's what it is.
Oh, definitely. And
there's no choice.
Yeah. And for you, for Asylum, like when did that become like, oh, this is because I want to open up a brewery? When did that happen for you? Well, that like the thought process.
Well, like I was saying earlier, I know the dog was probably in the way, but it was when I was working at Apple and I was trying to think. I already made like a business plan and everything. And I was like, what am I going to call it? And I've always enjoyed Batman, but this isn't a Batman brewery. But it turns out, so like our logo is it's actually a real insane asylum in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Or it was. They tore it down and made condos by now. But that was like a real place. And H.P. Lovecraft based a bunch of his stories on that area in Massachusetts. And he called it Arkham. And that's where kind of Batman got its thing. So it's all loosely connected to it all. So I was like, okay, I'm really passionate about that. Just call it Asylum. And there was nothing like that, around at least with that word in it. So I went with that and kind of built the story as we went. Probably should have did a little bit more research at first, but figured we'll figure it out.
Yeah. Sometimes you just go as you go.
What's your dog's name?
Morgan. Yeah.
Morgan loves us.
Yeah.
She's really here right now.
Oh yeah. She just sleeps out the entire thing.
She was licking my toe.
Oh, was she?
That's what it
Oh, okay. I was wondering, what's she doing over there?
Just biting his foot off.
gnawing at my
No, but even when I came over, I love the sign, not the sign, but like the painting on the side of the building and everything inside is awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a big step up from where we originally started, so we're happy about that. Got a lot of cool plans coming up, a lot of cool beers we're going to make, so it's been a good move, even though it was hellacious.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be worth it.
Oh, this is a great spot. I mean, I can see this place just going and going and going, so.
Yeah. We're working on a lot. We have 3 batches in the tanks right now. We're working on a non-alcoholic IPA as well.
Okay.
We got our West Coast, a hazy single, and a seltzer as well in the tanks. So, we'll adjunct some of that. And we'll, by the time this posts or whatever, I'm sure one of them will be out. But,
yeah.
Just lots of fodder for the menu. And we're keeping it going. As we get into fall, we're looking at some darker beers, black lager, that kind of thing.
Awesome.
Weird stuff. I want to make our Rausch beer again.
Okay.
Things that you don't see everywhere.
Yeah, and you don't see a ton of black lagers or black IPAs on menus and stuff like that. So when you can kind of, you can bring in that other customer as well that's into that sort of stuff. Because I love that stuff. You just don't see it very often.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It just becomes too saturated with everything else. If you have just the same styles at every brewery, within 2 blocks, it's kind of boring.
Yeah, and you want to set yourself apart.
Yeah, have to.
Sure. I mean, go ahead, sorry.
No, I didn't.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, because, I love the logo, but I love the font as well, because obviously that's, Batman, the animated series it reminds me of, but...
Well, it's weird, because that font is actually in so many, little shopping centers that you just don't realize.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can walk or drive by, a random, strip mall.
Yeah.
It's, a really commonly used,
I didn't know that.
Strip mall. I didn't either, and then I was like, oh, I thought I had something original, but not at all. Not even a little bit.
It's more original now.
No, that's awesome, though.
I should mention it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
And every Tuesday here, we have Tacos Los Cholos.
Oh, yeah.
So if you're sticking around, you should have some tacos.
Oh, I have some tacos, yeah. Love Los Cholos. I haven't been there in a long, long time.
We got them every Tuesday.
Yeah. That's awesome.
We're stoked about that.
Yeah. And it was great, honestly, because I might not have ever met you if it wasn't for Jimmy from Noble.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good guy. We are sort of connected, a guy I had hired in the past. His mentor ended up being Jimmy's mentor. And so we kind of have that connection together through the brewing industry. And then so, we've connected in a really positive way and, get along and make cool stuff together.
That's awesome.
And he comes here a lot.
Yeah. And he's always telling me, he's like, I'm going over there. I'm going over to get tacos over at Asylum.
Yeah, he probably will be here any minute. You got an extra pair of headphones?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't have an extra pair of headphones, but a mic. Oh, I can always set up another mic.
I'm going to tell him right now.
Yeah. How long have you guys known each other?
Oh, geez. Pretty much since his first year opening.
Yeah, I remember it was like the week of Logic over at Bottle Logic. And, we just had this influx of customers because of that. And so Kenny and his lady, and I forget what other there was one other person with you, like your friend or something. There was a guy, and they were sitting down.
Oh, that may have been a second time. The dog was first.
That's right.
Me and her.
But then it was a third. The time I met you and we talked a lot.
When we sat at the table. Yeah.
We had this poker table.
Okay.
That was like, it was just weird. It was just a weird poker table that I really liked, and it ended up being a really popular table. It was like the captain's table, and so like it was one like lull of a period where it was just dead. And so I sat down and talked to him and his lady and his friend, and we had beers and just kind of have connected ever since.
Yeah. Awesome.
Became good friends.
Kenny makes tap handles. He has he fires lasers.
Oh, nice.
Like at everything.
Nice.
This I do.
So
there you go.
We connected on that.
Yeah. How long have you been making tap handles?
Since about 2015.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Almost
it's like right during like the craft beer, like real big boom too.
Originated with a kombucha
Okay.
brewery.
Wow.
And that's where I made my first tap handle.
Okay.
Moved on from there, and you may be familiar with Green Cheek.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. You've done green. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm the guy that does the birds.
That's freaking sweet.
The only guy.
There you
The
go.
only one.
I think I got a
In
bird
existence.
somewhere on.
Yes.
What is
Yeah,
there
yeah,
you go. He's
the
on
orange
there
one.
somewhere.
Yep.
So yeah, that's me.
That's awesome. That's so cool. And what got you into that? Was it just like you just like woodwork or what was it?
Well, it all started with a 3D printer.
Okay.
I then built a 3D printer with a 3D printer. And then me and a buddy got a good idea to build a giant laser,
There it is. Like the Death Star?
basically. Once doing so, we didn't know what to do with said laser.
Yeah.
And I originally had just basically tweaked it to a point where it was capable of cutting through 3/4 inch wood.
Oh, dang.
And then that's where it all began.
That's awesome.
Started making money from it.
That's so cool. And then it was just like, did you guys just decide like we're gonna partner up and make this thing happen?
Yeah, I mean, we've known each other for a long time, but
I've been part of for a
it's been a
very
part of the
long
journey.
Yeah.
time.
But we've actually recently become business partners. So
Yeah.
that's a new thing. He's seen all everything,
Yeah.
good, the bad, the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided at this place, since we're doing bigger amounts of work and projects I can't really do by myself anymore, that's where I need someone like Kenny,
Awesome.
skilled guy, lots of
Some
skills, not just
Heading up
lasers.
most of the operations here. So just
That's so
keeping
cool.
things going
Yeah.
in the right
He has.
direction.
I want to put something on his bio somewhere, like more than a laser.
Yeah.
He has way more than a laser. Because some people might just say you're just a
Part-time
laser.
electrician too sometimes.
Part-time
There you
with
go.
the fans in.
Nice.
Yeah, we're making a lot of changes around here.
It looks great, man. Like even from that first day that I came up, but I was like, I think it was in December, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
Much
soft
cooler.
open? Yeah.
yeah, it was
Oh,
like
yeah.
a winter night. Yeah, that was Jesus.
I was here.
You were. It was a different time. A lot's happened in that short amount of time.
Yeah. It's crazy how time flies, though, man.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Well, and the weird thing is, like, nothing of what I've experienced to this point matters because we're in a new place and it's a totally new demographic and a new neighborhood. And
Yeah.
like the old place was a destination. This is literally in a neighborhood, like
Yeah.
within 3 neighborhoods. So
Mm-hmm.
hard to say what you can expect, like trends or what people want to drink
Yeah.
or really anything. Like even holidays, it's like the old place. It's like forget it. Don't even open July 4th.
Mm-hmm.
But here it's like, dude, we could have partied all night.
Yeah.
But
That's
I
awesome.
sent everybody home early. But people out here want to party, so
Yeah.
or we're just taking notes for next year. We'll know better.
Oh, yeah. In Orange County, they love the brewery, so.
Yeah, being 1 mile from Disney is
Yeah.
also a constant thing. Just constant tourism.
Oh, yeah.
Or Anaheim Convention Center. There's always a convention going on. And
Oh, for sure.
people are coming around with their badges of whatever trade show it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just very interesting. It's been very interesting.
Oh, I bet. I bet around like WonderCon would have been this place would have been really busy too because of obviously the link to everything.
Well, and that's the thing, we're seeing where we are connecting. We sell beer at Anaheim Convention Center.
Yeah.
Like usually like during the NAMM show, but I'm trying to get our stuff in there, the more, comic stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, we're taking notes this year because, like I said, just being closer to everything, it's just a lot, even the Honda Center,
Yeah.
the stadiums, a lot of different paths we can go down.
Yeah.
So,
and it's a learning process too, right? So, but I mean, yeah, you would think with the connection, because I'm a hardcore like comic book nerd too. So like this is when I saw, as soon as I saw it, I was like, I'm in. I was like, I want to be able to talk to you a little bit about comics too. So
yeah, I mean, that I was like, I don't want this to be like some nerdy thing. Like I wanted it to be its own original kind of vibe, but like I wanted you to think about it.
Yeah. But to
Like,
you,
it
still could
it.
be that for you, but you just don't want that for everybody.
Yeah, it's too cheesy. There's been, you don't want to have a cheesy thing.
Yeah.
You want to have something original and stands out, but then it can mean something to you, or, once you get to know me or whatever we talk, it's like, it's supposed to be with that suggestion, right? The power of suggestion, not really.
What I find interesting is when you can tell what new people are coming in by the way that they react as soon as they walk through the door.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
They literally just wander around for a minute.
Take
Look at, just try to capture it all in their mind, and it's just like there's so much to see.
Oh, for sure.
In such a small space.
One place that I really liked that I'm sad
large.
is gone is, Phantom Carriage.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the ultimate for me. Not that like I'm
super interesting.
Really not the biggest horror movie fan
either.
But when you talk about execution, like I loved how their wall had like every one of the bad guys' weapons. Like it was, Jason's machete and Freddy's glove. It's like everybody's weapon was on that wall. And then they had the private movie theater of just playing horror movies.
That's cool.
All the time. And cool murals. Like it was like The Shining, like here's Johnny. Like that was that on the wall. So it was just, and it was pitch black and spooky. And it's like, that was the only other brewery around.
Weird candlelight on the table. And mice on the glasses.
No, that's cool.
I don't think we have that even close, but we're the only really spooky brewery left.
Yeah.
There isn't, I don't know of one. Unless you count like Black Plague, which they have a spooky thing.
Kind of.
But, it's not like, I don't know. I always think it's Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
I just can't get past it. I'm like, oh, that's Tony Hawk right there.
Yeah.
But, that's like a thing where you got to look at it and just go, wow, that's a whole audience that loves that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And to provide, like for here, we've done a few spooky outdoor marketplaces with like a dark wave DJ, and those go off.
Yeah.
It's a really fun time. So I'm working on right now like a Halloween event.
Okay.
I don't have a concrete set of details, but my wish is like some kind of like haunted maze or some sort of something you go through to see, like, if you were going to go like to, Queen Mary.
Yeah.
And like go through like the thing, and there's a scare actor and there's a this and a that. Like I would want to do some sort of outdoor event like that. So I'm hoping, people that are into that would come out and
I'm sure
kind
they
of
would
tackle that corner of the brewing, arena.
Yeah.
And, that's just kind of the deal here. That demographic is all about it.
I'm sure they'd come out in droves for something like that, because people love obviously like going like to Not Scary Farm and all those different things. And if you can have that and beer together, what more do you need?
Right. And so that's been the thing, to just stay on brand, to stay on task instead of, because, a lot of breweries, it's like they just have goofy names. Like they don't really have a theme. It's like Bob's Brewery.
Yeah.
Here's my blonde.
Yeah.
It's like there's nothing original at all that anybody cares about.
Yeah.
But if you make it something that they already care about in their life, then it's just a better experience.
Yeah.
So
for sure, man.
Onward and upward.
Oh yeah. And a lot of times, like, I say it a lot on the show, but it's like, it's not always the destination, but it's the journey to get there, and finding your way and finding the different things that you like. And because, obviously, look, this place, obviously it's still the same bones, right? But it's so much different than it was back in December.
Yeah. Yeah. Even in that small amount of time.
Yeah.
It's hard to even like think about what we did in the last 5-6 months.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even remember.
Yeah. And the mentality of like it never being finished, like, at least for me, like, I feel like especially like with brewers and stuff too, it's never good enough. Like, you want to keep making it better. You want to keep coming up with stuff to, to bring more people
Or make
in.
the batch better than the last one, even if it was great.
Exactly.
You want a World Beer Cup, you still want to make it better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically us on
It's an
like
ongoing
hardware and, how do we move this thing in this corner and it takes up this space better?
Yeah.
Like, it's all of it.
Mhm.
Constantly shifting. Even this table we're at.
Yeah.
God, this table has changed so many times.
Yeah.
It physically is a new table now.
It's now perfect.
It's now perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
It's a
want to
great
change
looking
it.
table.
This is the one thing I don't want to change anymore.
And I love that candle holder.
The candelabra is nice. Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
It's been abused horribly. It's all dented and
Hey, that's how you know it's good. It's been through the ringer.
why people abuse the candle holder, I don't really know. But I don't even know how it's weirdly like bent.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Guess
Anyway,
people messing
People
with
are weird.
God, people.
it. It's the wind.
The wind
the
dented
wind
it.
did it.
Yeah. Okay.
But honestly, I feel like you guys are doing all the right things because I've had friends that reach out to me like, "Hey, like, when are you gonna talk to Tommy at Asylum?" Or maybe not, they didn't say your name, but when are you gonna talk to the guy at Asylum?
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Oh, we want to go." I was like, "Dude, just go." Like I was like, "You don't need me to be there to go. Just go and have a
No,
good time."
they need
come
you. They
hang
need
out
your
with
blessing.
us.
Yeah.
They need your stamp.
Yeah, but I've told him, I was like, I've been there. It's great. Like, I got to talk to you, and I think I talked to your dad for like an hour when I was here that day.
That's right. Yeah,
But-
he just had some health issues last week, and
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he's fine now.
Okay, as long as he's good.
So yeah, that's why just everything last week just fell apart.
Oh, it's all
But,
good, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he had an arcade in the 80s.
Yeah.
So like when this idea of bringing in pinballs and arcades and stuff, he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, do that."
That's awesome.
It's like, you don't even know what you're talking about. It's not even relevant. But
Yeah,
That's
at least I love to go to arcades as a kid.
it just wasn't an argument. And I was happy
Yeah.
for that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I think pinball's in everybody's heads from when they were younger at some point in time.
Oh, for sure.
I had one in my basement as a small kid, so
Yeah,
it was exciting to see them here and be able to play them all the time too.
100%.
It is weird that, that whole story of how that happened, that's a guy that we were here one day. It was like, we just got like bad news from the city. It was hot.
Mm.
We're just sitting in the couch, like miserable. And this guy comes in. His name's Hans. It's like, "Hey, I'm Hans."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh God, who's this? Is this
So
like
you
a
trying
home
to
brewer?
sell?
Is this a salesman? Is this
Yeah.
a home brewer? What's going on?" He goes, "Is this Asylum Brewing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, it will be someday,
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, cool. Well, when you open, I want to put some, I own and operate pinball machines and I want to put some in here." And I was like, "Okay, cool." I'm like, "We're probably never going to open at this rate.
Yeah.
But yeah, get your info." And did. And then eventually it was like we made some progress. I hit him up and I'm happy he came by because I honestly don't know what would even be there on that wall. Like it's kind of random. Like I never would have thought pinballs would
Yeah.
be in the brewery, but they work really well and it scratches the itch for a lot of people to keep. It's like adult babysitters. Like it's like
Yeah.
if you're that third wheel, if you're in that
Mhm.
group with awkward people you don't know who to talk to, just go play a pinball.
That's just the problem. Those adults are playing those games, and the kids are off running around.
Well, they're running around with an iPad, but I just mean, it's like the best way to like occupy an adult for 30 more minutes and then
Yeah.
drink 2 more beers. It's kind of great.
Yeah, what's cool about like the pinball machines being here too, because I mean, the only other brewery I could think of that has pinball machines, well, I know Noble has some now, but before, like not even in the area, I couldn't think of any. But I know there was like Hermosa, but like out in like Torrance.
Well,
But
there's
in-
always like one somewhere.
8-bit had a bunch.
Yeah, 8-bit. I
Oh,
think
8-bit has a ton.
But like Radiant has one, and
Mhm.
like there's always like one in a lot of places.
Yeah.
But like
You gotta
not.
come put your quarter up there to to make sure that you get
Yeah.
next.
So it's like a random afterthought, but to have
Hmm.
like a little wall of them, and
Oh yeah,
I never would have thought. But
I love that Jaws one. That was
Oh,
always
yeah.
one of my favorite movies as a kid.
I think that's probably consistently the number one earner for some reason.
Oh really?
Yeah, like people just love Jaws.
Yeah, I would think like the Avengers one because of nowadays and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, not even close.
Yeah.
That and Godzilla. Godzilla and Jaws are probably the
That's
best
awesome.
two, and then Deadpool. Top 3 right there. I love Iron Maiden.
oh yeah,
That machine just
that's cool.
one of the best.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
I don't think I've ever seen an Iron Maiden machine.
Me neither until we had
right
this one.
there.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
First time for everything.
Never occurred to me. And I thought it was like an old thing, like pinball, like they have the Playboy one right there. And that's like a 70s, whatever, 80s one. I kind of I thought they stopped making pinball. I didn't realize there was new ones, but I had no idea. These are all super up to date. You can scan your QR and track your score. And
That's fuck. I didn't know you could do that.
yeah, it's like really high tech.
The one I
That's
grew up
so
with
awesome.
was like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the electro,
Identical to it.
mechanical.
Straight, plain, no rails or anything for the ball to go around.
Nothing
Now
fun.
they're just crazy. A lot of moving parts.
Yeah, and plus we got the beer pong. The beer pong keeps
Yeah, I
people
saw
busy, too.
that. I was wondering what what the heck is that?
Oh yeah, it's 2-player, 2 teams, and you hit the start, and the little ball, like there's a little air blower, and
Okay.
it shoots the ball up into that little space, and it just floats till you grab the ball.
Oh shit!
It's probably it's like the dumbest little invention, but it's like, oh my god, this is amazing. Like, oh, there's your ball. It's just sitting here.
Just
If
grab your ball.
you have the door open, it kind of blows it sometimes.
Yeah, it gets
Okay.
blown off sometimes.
You gotta
Oh, all right.
keep the wind away, but it's pretty magical when you see it,
That's awesome.
especially after a couple of beers.
Oh yeah.
It's got cup holders in it. You put your beer in, play. It's great.
I like how you use the word magical for that.
Oh yeah.
It is magical.
Oh yeah.
If you saw it from afar, you'd be like, dude, there's a ball floating in the air.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand.
Mind blown.
Yeah. I just saw the tabletop one, and was that here in December?
I don't know.
Can't
No,
remember.
Jet Pong
Probably
came
not.
afterward.
No,
Okay.
Jet Pong was not here. But in December, maybe the Galaga one was
Yeah.
tabletop.
I remember playing we would go to I don't know if you've ever been to like a Frantone's Pizza,
Oh, okay.
but they always have like a Donkey Kong and a Mario tabletop one, and I was like that one because you could sit down and look at it.
right.
Yeah.
Just muted myself.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
I'm
all
back.
good. I was like, what happened to the sound? You're good.
I was adjusting.
There you go.
What else?
No, but man, I even like the chairs in it. Like
Let's talk
part
about
of
the
this.
worst brew day in the world.
Let's do it. It's like,
First of all, for homebrew, have you had a worst homebrew day ever, if ever?
so I've only ever homebrewed once.
Okay.
But honestly, like the guy is like such a pro that he was like, oh, you're pouring this now. You do this now. So he just walked me through everything. So I barely did anything. So
Okay. Kenny, any homebrew nightmares?
No, nothing crazy. I've done it a few times. Some Pliny the Elder
nice.
wannabes.
Sounds great.
Still tasted great.
I think
Not
the
same.
worst times were back when I was doing things solo. Like I had been given instruction, but like that only goes so far.
Yeah.
It's like, here's how it should go, but then you don't know what to do.
Oddly
until you
enough, it's a
experience.
lot harder to homebrew than it is to brew.
You'd say that. You'd say, I would
In a
challenge you're
sense.
not. It's not though, like at all. Once you've gone through the absolute nightmare
I've
shitscape.
done both now, and I still feel
Yeah.
it's easy.
Oh no, the things we've done together recently are nothing compared to the hellish nightmare. Like there was a few times where, we would get such a stuck mash, and
Yeah.
it was like concrete
Oh shit.
to where like you're getting just a trickle of beer over, and you're trying to get 10 barrels, and it's just not going.
not
There's just
going.
no way to like at
Yeah.
all change it, and there's something breaks, the pump leaks, the burner goes out. I mean, shit, we were
Your
burning.
glycol stops.
Yeah, that happened. I think we were brewing one time, and I forgot to pay the electricity, and it just turned off while I
Oh
was brewing.
shit.
It's like, oh god, the
Oh,
pump
no.
just turned off. Everything turned off.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it was.
I wasn't
great.
around for that one,
There was one time I had
and
to
I
call.
would have
In,
laughed.
I had to have some big favors
Damn.
that day. I called in some city favors, like, dude, come back and turn the power on right now.
Yeah.
I'll hand you a check, but this is you
Yeah.
just turned off everything. So yeah, it's great. Yeah, don't brew unsupervised without a professional,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's
That
what I was
I
like,
agree
yeah.
with.
with an adult.
Yeah. I remember because I don't count it as a homebrew day, but I tried it once as a kid. It was like a Mr. Beer kit, and it was
Yeah,
like I was
that's-
18, and it was with my cousin, and I think it was supposed to be like a brown. I don't remember what color it was, but I remember
But it
those
wasn't brown.
kids.
it wasn't brown. no.
Okay. It turned out something other than brown.
Yeah, I mean we drank it, but
We had a
wasn't very
brown
good.
that we made that was more like red. Remember, Rorschach was like red.
oh,
It's like a red, but I don't know if it became reddish because of the coffee.
No, it was one of the malts.
Or
I
is
forget.
it-
I have to look at the recipe, but it was like bizarre. Like it was sort of brown. It was brown.
It's a brown ale.
And then you look at it a little like you're like, huh, it's
But
kind
it
of
had
red.
a reddish hue.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that ever happened, but it was one of our best beers I think we've ever
I
made.
can't wait until we bring that back.
Yeah, we're gonna bring that back.
I'm excited.
It's coming.
We sold that one to Disney. Disney dug it. It was great.
Oh, awesome.
Coffee brown.
Yeah, hands down, that was probably. But
And always
besides the
different
West Coast,
because of coffee. You can change the coffee supplier.
Oh, okay.
Got a different flavor every time.
Yeah.
which actually ended up being kind of
It's kind of cool.
dangerous too.
Dangerous too.
Because if the coffee isn't
Crappy
roasted
coffee.
right, yeah, it's not going to be good.
We don't get crappy coffee.
Get some,
Yeah.
good. Get some bell peppers in there.
It
We don't
does.
go to Trader Joe's for it, bro.
Bell
There
pepper
you
brown.
Starbucks, nah.
Would you like a bell pepper brown?
Yeah.
Come on. Who doesn't love a bell pepper brown?
Yeah,
It's a field beer.
Yeah, there you go.
It might win a gold for
There you
bell
go.
peppers.
You never know.
Let's do it.
We should do that just to see and enter it into like World Beer Cup
Yeah.
as like a field beer. Like here's some. It's aged on bell peppers. Make it a clear off flavor, but see if it wins.
You know, honestly,
Well,
you never
think
know.
about
dude.
it. They use jalapeno
Right. Well, that's
and habanero in beers.
Yeah.
Those are peppers,
that's a field beer.
so it could work.
Yeah. Well, it would be a chili beer actually.
You want a green beer? I mean,
No, I
a
want
green
like
pepper beer.
like a broccoli.
Yeah, like a
Aged.
green pepper.
They
Bell
have a
pepper.
carrot beer. I've seen that.
Really?
Yeah, I forget which brewery. It's like one of the guys that like kind of like is in the circle of like Evil Twin and like those like East Coast, but they're like from Denmark.
Okay.
They make I forget what the name is, but they make like a carrot beer and it's bright orange. And I was always like, huh, wonder what that's like. It looks like carrot juice.
It doesn't sound great.
I know, but what if it tastes amazing?
Just like pickle beer. No thanks.
Pickle beer, no.
Yeah, not for me. I'm not
No,
a pickle guy.
But
Carrot beer.
Shit sells.
Carrot
pickle
cake.
beer is perfect
Sells.
for micheladas.
And pickle stuff is my fiance drinks the shit out of that stuff.
Oh,
Dirty
yeah.
martinis, pickle, whatever. It just
Well, dirty martini is a completely different spectrum.
well, I know, but it's disgusting.
No,
Just
I
like
love
pickle
it.
beer.
I love.
It is for me too.
Yeah, I want.
Sorry to all the pickle listeners.
No, the pickle people.
Yeah.
I love you, but
I'll
you
throw
should.
I'll throw some pickled juice in a old fashioned or something like that.
Horrified.
really?
That's horrified.
Great.
Yeah.
No,
Or olive juice.
just cut that.
When my brother's
Just remove that in post, please.
When my brother's hungover, he'll drink pickle juice right out of the jar.
I'll
That's
drink anything.
that's horrifying.
Yeah, it's gross to me.
He'll drink anything with the carrot beer.
Yeah.
No.
You're out of your mind. Anyway, next subject. Kenny's not playing nice.
I'm trying to picture this carrot in my head.
Dude,
with-
carrot cake is amazing.
I love that.
Carrot cake is
Okay,
delicious.
so picture like that, but a beer.
Okay, so to call it carrot cake beer is going to be a whole different beer.
Fine. I think it's called Carrot King.
Okay.
I'm gonna find out.
Yeah.
What kind of beer is it?
I'll let you know.
There it is.
You guys talk amongst yourselves
Stout,
while I figure
maybe.
this out.
Might be tasty.
No, it's not a stout.
Yeah.
Like it's bright orange.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm thinking it's a.
Have there been any other styles for you, Kenny, that have kind of like piqued your interests like lately that have, been kind of coming to the forefront?
No, I still am just a West Coast IPA all day long.
Yeah.
No
Do
shit.
you like stouts at all? Like even like during the winter time maybe or fall?
That's a good time to drink the stouts, of
Yeah.
course. Barrel aged stuff is fantastic during the winter time.
You just have to see
I
this
do
art.
like stouts, yes, but I usually gravitate towards the West Coast.
Okay, here we go. So
it's
it's, called
Celador Ales.
Yeah,
That's
the-
the carrot. What is,
the
is it
Carrot
called?
King?
Carrot King. And it's a rabbit that's like drunk
Yeah.
on carrots.
Hammer drunk.
Like it's smeared on his face.
I love that can opener.
What kind of beer is it?
it's
I wouldn't
lambic.
look. Did it say Belgian something on there?
Fruit lambic. But
Huh.
Oh, okay.
like, look at how happy he is.
Yeah. Looks like he's having a great time.
Look how happy the carrot, whatever
extremely
they are.
happy.
Demons.
The carrots are more happier than the rabbit.
The rabbit does kind of look
a little,
abused.
messed up, a little drunk.
We need to get some. Oh, look at that. There's the pictures. I think
How
it's
does it
really
look?
orange.
Oh, yeah, shit.
Like it's
Is it a hazy?
a
Oh, you
lambic.
said lambic.
Yeah.
That is, you did say that. Sorry.
Which lambics, I guess, are. I mean, sours can be hazy.
Yeah.
Anything can be hazy.
Yeah, Interesting. We'll have to try it.
Yeah, I'll have to do that.
The ratings didn't look too good.
We're going to do better. We're going to do it better.
There you go.
We won't talk about the rating. We're not here to talk about the rating.
Sorry.
Should we grab another beer?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll go ahead and pause. We will be right back. And we're back. So right now we got let's see, this is a guest tap, right?
Yeah, this is Abnormal Brewing.
I love
Boss
Abnormal.
Pour. Not Bass Pour, Boss
Yeah.
Pour.
Boss Pour, yes.
I love like their like
Fantastic.
simplistic like can artwork. A lot of times it's just colors.
Yeah.
No extra art, just their logo.
Don't reinvent the wheel.
Right.
Oh yeah, give me that twice on Sundays.
So we're talking about beer pairings
Oh yeah.
with food.
Yep.
I recommend highly, if you're in San Diego, to go to Friendly Burger.
Okay.
If my fiance hears this, she'll laugh hysterically. 'Cause
Nice.
She knows it's my treat. Every weekend, I'll go to Friendly Burger. But I mean, it's a smash burger place, second to none. And it's like 2 doors down from Fall Brewing.
Yeah. It's not 3 doors down.
Maybe 3.
I'm not just
It's 3.
I'm just
It could be 3, though. You're right.
Could be.
Now that I think about it, it could be 3.
Yeah.
But it's like if you took some strip mall, like 70s or 80s pizzeria, and they bought it as is. Ceiling tiles are yellow.
Okay.
The floor, I mean, they were white, by the way.
Yeah.
They should be white. The floor is red and white, and it's like there's like a glass case,
Okay.
and it's got like 5 rows, and you got 2 big pizzas on each side on each row. So you've got like 10 different pizzas to choose from to get a slice. So they have slices of pizza,
Wow.
and they have burgers, and they have 3 choices of beer, and they're all cans.
I love it.
So you have Tecate, Modelo, and Hams.
Oh, hams all day.
And so, but the Tecate and the Modelo, those are $4, and then the Hams is $5. All of them are $1 less if you shotgun it. And if you do
Okay.
shotgun it, they will shotgun with you.
Love it.
The bartender will shotgun with you.
Interesting.
And the
Sounds
burger
like a
is
dream.
one way. There is no modifications. Go die in a fire if you ask for a modification. We don't
Okay.
care. It's the best goddamn burger,
Gotcha.
especially with the Hams.
Okay.
And so what I do, I'll get a slice of pizza, I'll get the burger, and I'll get a Hams. I don't shotgun it because I'm not an animal.
That happens.
But I'll have that. I'll have the Hams and the pizza while I wait for my burger.
Yeah.
Then when the burger's done, I'll walk over to Fall. And
Okay.
then have a Fall beer with the burger.
I love that.
Go there.
My stop is still the Pizza Ports.
Oh
Pizza
yeah.
Port's great, but this, no, you got to understand. It's the
Solid
it's-
lunch special,
Not
slice and
only-
a salad, and you're done.
and that
Yeah.
is good. But this is not just the burger. It's and the dirty ceiling. It's the playlist. They have like crazy hip hop on. It's way too loud.
Okay.
And the guys are back there just grilling up. It's great. It's something you don't see often.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. There's nothing
Next
like
time
it.
I'm down there,
You have to see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
you
And
know,
like
I'll
I know
come
I
visit.
I mentioned this to you, Tommy, a little off air, but it's like sometimes it's like, yeah, the food is great, but sometimes it's the place. I mean, and here, like, you know, and I know I was touching on it a little bit earlier, but obviously like the pinball machines and all that stuff's really cool. And I love all that. But the decor for me, like, you know, the chairs, like the old kind of chairs, it would seem like something you may see in like some old, you know, like, well, I'm not trying to say like haunted mansion, but something like that. Like you would see like those, that kind of decor and
like kind of castle furniture.
yeah, something like
We
that.
got a lot of it just off of. It was so many different like offer up people
It's
and
so
like
fun.
posts.
But how great is that?
That's fantastic.
Because
Yeah.
it makes it unique.
Like when I would go home to San Diego and like on the weekend, we would find offer up posts of people like giving away stuff or it was super cheap.
Yeah.
And I had my truck at the time and I would just go pick it up and bring it straight here.
Oh, that's sweet.
This chandelier had the story.
Okay.
So, you know, we would go to like garage sales and like estate sales and stuff. And we went to one and we were like, you know, just on like a trail. And that chandelier was in a box. And so it was like on the driveway of a house. It was trying to paint the picture. So you walk
Yeah.
up the driveway, it's to your left. There's a chandelier in a box. And I'm like, huh, chandelier. And Clarissa's like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then we go
Just like
and-
that.
Yeah, oh, it's really cool. Hope she hears that. And then we go and I'm like, this garage sale sucks. Get out of here. And then she's like, this is like a nice chandelier. Like we should see. And then I was like, no, we don't need this. And then so we start to drive away and she's like,
actual crystals.
yeah, it's an old,
real?
like, it's real.
Dang.
And so she's like visibly sad in
You
the
can't
car
see.
after I said like, no. And then because I was like, what am I going to do with the chandelier? Like, I'm thinking it's for the house.
Yeah.
And then and I don't think she even thought about the brewery at the time. She's like, it's just a chandelier. It's nice. And then it was like, come on, let's go get it. And then so I park back. I go back. I go, okay. We walk up, and then somehow the owner of the house catches that we're looking at it for the first time.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, hey, she runs down the driveway. She's like, I'll give you that for free. Just take it. Get it out of here. And I was like, see? I'm like, see how much of a pain in the ass this is?
Yeah.
She doesn't even want it. She doesn't even want $1. And so I go get it, and I get it, load it. And I had this Jeep at the time, and I was like pushing it into the back of this Jeep. And she like gets up, like the owner of the house gets really close to me. Like she's not helping, but she thinks she ran up to help me lift it. And she like whispers in my ear. She goes, you have no idea what you're getting into. And I just was like, why are you like, I'm lifting it. I'm like struggling, and she's like, get away from me.
Yeah.
And then like I got in the car, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, what does she mean?
Yeah.
Is this like a curse? Like, is this haunted?
Yeah.
There's something bad about
Like,
it?
is this the only way to get rid of the curse, to give it away in a garage sale?
Yeah. Well, I mean, now it's in the perfect home.
Well, yeah,
Maybe,
but and some
Maybe it's
idiots
caused-
that are my friends think it's haunted, and I'm like,
Maybe
It's
it's
not.
caused
Shut up.
her wrongdoing. We don't know why.
well, no, I know what it
Could
is.
have been an ex.
Yeah, she's
It
like,
could have been.
could have been.
You know what
Could
I
have been
mean?
a lot of things. Or
Very
she's just
simple.
lazy and didn't want to dust it.
And speak of the devil himself.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
Satan?
He said he's not
Oh.
here.
Oh, okay.
That's Jimbo
Well, I mean,
Genie.
we just mentioned the haunted demonic chandelier. And okay,
I love it.
We don't know what Jimmy's talking.
Love it, Jimbo.
But the chandelier, it's not haunted.
Okay.
Wink.
You know,
Wink.
it's like, is it though? Is it not? Who knows? It's hey,
No, if anyone
knock
come
on
here
some
and find
wood.
out. Come down.
No,
and
I already
find
know.
out. Yeah, find
if
out.
anyone
Yeah.
is haunting this building, it's me.
There.
I will die in this building, and I will haunt it. It's not you
Forever.
You
Yeah.
cannot come in here attached to something.
Yeah.
This is my place
Yeah.
to haunt, and I will haunt it
Yeah.
long after it's not asylum anymore.
There it is.
I'll just be like moaning about, like it didn't hit the right ABV. Like
Yeah.
you'll hear like something, like a complaint
Yeah.
about like it's not hoppy enough
Mm-hmm.
in the bathroom.
Jimmy, what
Oh,
are you
yeah.
doing to the dog?
Oh,
Jimmy's
no,
doing
Joe.
weird things.
Morgan loves Jimmy.
Oh,
Okay.
geez.
Yeah, Morgan
that's good.
loves Jimmy. So for this location, what how did you find it, or like was it just something that you were thinking about, or
So yeah, well, kind of. I mean, we always wanted to move after our lease, but like it was kind of like, is that going to happen? Probably not. Let's just stick with what we have. But then our horrible, awful, worthless landlords at the time, in the old place, who I hope are dead.
okay?
I don't care. I hope the chandelier haunted it. I hope it did. I hope
Yeah.
the demons that were attached to the chandelier stayed at that old location
Yeah,
where we initially put it. So they were like, we were coming up for renewal, and this is right out of COVID. We're struggling to get money. Everyone's struggling.
of course.
And I'm like, hey, man, we somehow made it. We're trying to talk about renewing the lease. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no, you can't renew.
Oh, geez.
Like, what do you mean? Like, we have an option to renew. Like, we signed a thing saying we could
Yeah.
renew. And they're like, no, we'll take you to court if you renew it.
Jeez.
So instead of fighting that battle, I went looking for buildings. And
Yeah.
that was like several months prior to moving out and the lease ending. So we came upon this building, and we actually were approached by the packing house to rent the building across the street
Oh, really?
before we started the first asylum, the black building right here.
Okay.
It's now a bakery, but it was not worth anyone's time at the time. But I don't remember what this area even looked like. It was weird. It wasn't this building.
Yeah.
Like, this building was not here.
No, it didn't
This
exist.
is a
Oh,
brand
wow.
new construction.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I was like, that's weird. I kind of remember that address and that like area when they said like, hey, we got this building on this street. And so we got over here, and he had just got it finalized. He just got the building department to sign off, and it was these 3 units that we now lease.
That's awesome.
And so I was like, cool, man, I want to take all 3. And, started the journey of moving it. So it was chance, it was luck, it was good timing, it was whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a new structure that was not here. So it took him as long as we had been open
Yeah.
in the old place to get this bill. Yeah. It's almost like he was building it custom for
Really
us.
that long?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because, red tape.
Oh yeah, there's always something. But isn't that crazy though? How like, yeah, you had looked at the place across the street, but and before you had the other one, and now it's like,
it's really crazy.
Yeah.
How that worked out. Never would I have thought we'd be back on this street where we almost ended up in the first place.
yeah. But at the right time, you're back.
But across the street.
Yeah.
Right across the street.
Yeah.
It's not a black building, it's a bright white building.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It used to be a block building. Then it turned
It used to be
white.
dirt, then block,
Yeah.
then white.
Kind of like, like Ian Overism and all that.
Loosely.
Yeah, how it kind of when he worked at Beechwood and then eventually back
Took over.
Yeah,
Beechwood.
took over Beechwood. As for ism with
That
him.
must have stung.
Yeah,
That must have stung for someone.
yeah. But I mean, it's so cool though. I mean, it's like you don't get that many stories like that. You get to go back to where you started, essentially, kind of thing. And like for you, like I know it's across the street, but like this is where you were meant to be somewhere here.
I guess so. That was kind of the crux of it. At the time when you're first starting, like the rent sounded horrifying, like over there, even though I'm sure it wasn't that bad. But after being in business for 6 years, you go, oh, that,
Yeah.
and so you figure it out. But no, and it all happened at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy with how everything went.
Yeah.
So, I will never move again. If we
Yeah.
come to that point, though,
It's not happening,
if
bro.
we come to that point where it's like, look, man, you got to move. I will just
Yeah.
just
Like-
count on us. Not we're done at that point.
Yeah. Oh man. Man, this is,
I would like to do a satellite tasting room somewhere someday, like in a different county, kind of thing. That would be cool. Like San
yeah, you
Diego.
could even do like a micro kind of thing, just
just
to,
a tasting room.
yeah,
That's all we
No
need.
brewing. Yeah.
We supply it.
yeah. That's awesome.
Perfect. Because I'm in San Diego, it'd be kind of nice to like have a place to check in. And
How often do you travel back? I'm assuming it's all the time, but
yeah, I mean, I basically have a place to stay in Orange County during the week, and then I go home on the weekend. Right
Okay.
now. So I'm there every weekend
yeah.
if I can help it, or if we have an event or something, I'm here longer. But
Do you ever get down to Old Town in San Diego?
Old Town San Diego.
Yeah. It's like always like my favorite. I mean, me and my brother, we go there every time. Like we go
I
to
don't
Old Town
actually
Mexican
know what
Cafe.
Old Town San
Yeah.
Diego is.
I was just about to ask,
What
where
the hell
is
is Old Town San
Old
Diego?
Town
It's
considered?
off of like it's like I want to say it's like Old Town Avenue, but it's like they have like like old like little missions in there and stuff like that. But there's a ton of restaurants,
But
like,
is
ton
it
of
like
little
near
bars.
Gas Lamp? Is it near La Jolla? Is it?
It's honestly do you know where the tasting room is for Coronado?
Yes.
Oh, all the way
Yeah,
down there.
it's like maybe
Okay,
like
down that way.
5 to 6 minutes from like a drive from there.
Interesting.
Oh,
Okay.
You know it's right where the Amtrak drops off at one point in Old Town. It's like right there.
All right. Cool.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've been there, but I just never call it that.
Yeah.
I live up here in Orange County, so I don't.
Okay.
I go down there quite often, but
Yeah.
not that often.
Yeah, and you mentioned Pizza Port. Like, which one do you go to? You go to San Clemente?
I stop at San Clemente along the way.
Oh yeah,
It's usually when I'm heading to San Diego.
oh yeah. It's always good. I mean,
Make it my stop.
The Carlsbad one's my favorite. I think.
Oh, I think Carlsbad. That one's huge.
Carlsbad is the OG.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's huge.
Isn't
though.
that the first one?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah, but I love San Clemente.
Yeah, it is.
It's great. Like, it's a great location. I mean, you have artifacts.
No, you know
just
what?
up
It's
the
not.
block.
What was the first location? I don't.
I don't know.
I mean, it
actually.
really doesn't matter.
I think it's Solana Beach, actually.
That one's tiny.
Yeah, and I know because I assume it's the oldest because it wasn't a brewery at first.
Right.
And it started as just pizza and beer. And there's
Okay.
a plaque that says, here we tapped the first stone keg ever.
Oh shit,
So I think that's actually the first one,
that's awesome.
but it wasn't a brewery. It was before it was a brewery, and then Carlsbad became the first brewery.
Okay.
I
think you might be right.
think.
I'm not quite sure.
I
But it's
love that.
definitely my spot.
Yeah.
Just stop on the way down.
Oh, yeah.
My lady used to work for Lost Abbey, so I had a lot of
geez, Lost Abbey. I haven't heard that name in
nuggets
I feel like
of-
in a while.
They moved. You know what? They like got out of the big building they were in, where the stone building was.
Yeah.
So they closed quietly that, and then they had to figure out what the fuck they were doing.
are they?
There were. Remember where Mother Earth is?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So Mother
This
Earth
guy?
moved away. They went to like Idaho or something,
Oh shit. Okay.
or Iowa
way.
or something. Yeah, and then then the Lost Abbey thing happened, and then I don't know the story, but allegedly they contacted Mother Earth and said, "Hey, can we open up together in the OG Mother Earth location,
No shit.
and they have like a line, like if you were like against the wall, you could look at like the left
Both
side
of
is
them.
Lost Abbey, and it's painted, and there's like a line
That's pretty damn
where
cool.
the painting ends of that color, and then this color scheme goes this way, and it's Mother Earth. It's like
Very
a dual
cool.
tasting room.
That's cool.
Which I wonder why people don't do that more. It's actually a total thing. It's on the ABC. It's called the Joint Tasting Room.
Yeah.
And you can apply for it all day long. You
And
could
it's
have
easy to do.
brewery right next door.
Huh.
If anyone in Orange County gave a shit about collaborating and wanted to like build up the community or anything, they should do that.
Yeah. But I mean,
I agree.
And that's one of the
Split
things
the
I
rent.
love. Yeah. One thing I love about the craft beer community, because for the, like, let's say like 90 to 95% of them are really good people, then you do get those few that are just kind of, no, it's not benefiting me. I don't give a shit. But I mean, like, for the most part, people care, they want people to succeed.
I think they do in the way it's like, yeah, I want peace in the Middle East.
Yeah.
It's like a want, but like I think people do hardly anything to actually actively do something about it.
Yeah.
In my experience, like it's great to be a well-wisher,
Yeah.
but like I don't know. I think San Diego does a way better job of doing like inter-county collabs and like,
Yeah.
even LA County.
Oh, yeah.
Like they just
You've been doing it a long time, though, San Diego.
Yeah.
but like it's a way more common thing to be like, oh wow, this brewery did something with that brewery, or there's an event. Like
Yeah.
I don't see that in Orange County.
I had one the other day. It was Eureka and Creature Comforts. I mean, I know Creature Comforts from Georgia, but I mean, them being
But
in
they got
LA
an LA
now.
one.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, but yeah, they did the Los Angeles one, and Eureka did one together called Fairway Finder. It was a West Coast lager.
Yeah.
Shit changed my life. It was like 6.5, I think, or something around there.
I think the medals got to everyone's head in Orange County because Orange County does win a lot of medals.
Oh yeah,
like
they
a
do.
lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's just stopped any sort of teamwork.
Yeah.
Like, when's the last Orange County collaboration you've heard of? I'll wait.
Yeah.
Go on. Take as long as you need, Mike.
Yeah.
You won't think of it. It's fine.
Being on the spot, probably not.
Right. I will
I'll
say,
think of something off
if there
air,
is
probably.
anything, it's usually like in San Clemente. It's like Artifacts and Pizza Port or something like that.
Oh yeah, those are good.
Like those are like, the like weird coastal area, they'll do it. But I mean, like as a whole, it's never happens.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's a mystery. I would love to know.
Oh yeah,
Like when I die and I get to ask God a question,
yeah. And I want to
why
say,
didn't Orange County collaborate more?
yeah, that's
Not
true.
that I believe in God.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll tell you a story about a brewery off air that was kind of like that, that was not rude, but I'll just tell you about it off air.
I could probably guess.
Yeah,
I might be able
you might
to
be able
also. But
One more thing about the food pairing, because I know we talked about Friendly Burger, which I really want to try.
Get back
we
to
talked
that.
about Pizza Port. Is a burger and pizza your favorite thing to have with a beer? Because I always ask, like, tacos, burgers, barbecue, wings.
wings are
yeah.
definitely
Wings are one.
Yeah.
I think, there's a weird like line that I have. Like, I don't really like a dinner with beer.
Yeah.
Usually, it's more of a lunch.
I get that. I can see that.
Or like if it is dinner, like if it's pizza that is dinner, like obviously.
Oh,
But,
for sure.
I mean, like if you're gonna have a steak, I'd never want a beer.
No.
Yeah.
Steak and mashed
No, I
potatoes,
agree.
no.
That's a cocktail.
Yeah,
type
you
of
have
deal.
like an old fashioned, not with
Yeah.
pickle juice. Thank you.
Yeah.
No pickle juice.
No,
I'm just
Kenny
saying.
I
just getting
cannot
roasted
unhear
over
that. I really can't believe he said that
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, Kenny. I
You
mean,
can
that Tommy
throw
almost said to
anything
take
in
it
there.
out.
It doesn't
Pickle
matter.
juice in a
Doesn't matter.
cocktail. Kill me now. Anyway,
You probably drank a few over there. It's strong water
I
with
know.
pickle juice in it. You didn't even know.
I would send it back.
You wouldn't have known.
I know what pickle.
Not up
I
in
would
here.
say, get this out of my.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
What if
I'd
they
send it-
replace it with carrot juice?
I would drink that
But would you know?
if they put carrot
Are you
juice
sure?
in. Put.
There's
You
my
are telling
point.
me if they set pickle juice and carrot juice in front of me, which one would I pick? And how would I know?
Do you know the difference between
Is there such
olive
a-
juice and pickle juice?
They're disgusting. There is no difference.
When you're right, you're right.
No, olive juice is
They're
fantastic.
horrifying.
You don't like
It's one
olive.
of the worst I don't understand. I mean, I just don't have the taste bud. It's like people that don't like cilantro. So it's just him.
Oh yeah, that's just no cilantro. I can't do it. It tastes like soap to me.
Yeah,
And
but
my
see,
wife's
that's,
like that.
That's you.
Yeah.
With your taste bud, I like cilantro.
Yeah.
So I guess there's another taste bud people that likes pickle juice and olive juice. That's great. Not for me.
Juice is great.
Oh,
I mean, it's just like water, isn't it?
No.
Like that they put in
Oh.
like the cans of olives.
oh.
Is that what I'm talking about? I mean, I like olives on a pizza.
See, there's a good point.
Yeah.
I do like olives on pizza. Not
Yeah.
the juice.
What kind of olives? Black
Black.
olive.
Black olives.
Black.
It's got to be black.
Different
I
beast.
do not
Yeah.
like the green olives.
olive.
I hate
Is it vinegar? Is that what they put in there?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never
What are they
olived
called?
anything, but
the green ones. They're like start with a C. It's like I don't know. The Greek olives. I don't like a Greek salad with the green olives.
Kalamata.
That's it. Hate it.
Yeah.
Can't stand
Do you like lettuce on a burger?
Ooh. Depends how
No.
shitty the lettuce is.
Not at all.
I don't like it either because
You know
I
what?
was-
If it's a nice piece of like butter lettuce, like
I'm not
the
a
big-
fan.
If it's
Yeah.
like a big one leaf, I like that, but not like the regular rabbit food.
Does that go with tomato too?
Okay. I mean, I think so because
They usually go together.
Yeah,
Like
usually.
the OG burger is lettuce, tomato, cheese burger.
Yeah, and one thing I always say is like actually no, I heard I can't say that I say, but it was a Man versus Food, and one guy's like they only put meat and cheese on our burgers. He's like if you want lettuce and tomato, go to a Sizzler or something like that to get
You
a
want
salad.
options, right?
Yeah,
I do like the caramelized onion.
yeah. I'm not an onion guy. It's a texture thing for me.
Yeah, I'm just saying as a flavor,
Yeah. Oh, it's a great flavor. Yeah.
caramelized onion. But yeah, I would do without the lettuce tomato.
Yeah. Like when I make chili, I won't put onions in it, but I'll put
I do lettuce and
I'm
tomato. on,
kind
like
of
a
the
chicken
same way. I
sandwich.
don't
yeah,
request it.
yeah.
Yeah,
If
chicken
it's part of
sandwich
it,
or
I'll eat
barbecue.
it.
Yeah, but I don't want it.
I don't tell them to remove it though.
Definitely not. But I
Yeah.
won't. I won't be happy.
Yeah.
I want it with just the horrible
Basically,
things.
meat, cheese, onion, and that's
Some
it.
spread.
Fine.
Meat, yeah. When
Let's
I
Spread.
think their spread. That's what makes it. They're like garlic aioli has like a little horseradish.
Didn't White Castle start that?
I don't know.
yeah, they're like the little diced onions, kind of like McDonald's.
It probably did.
It's been around forever.
It did.
Yeah.
probably have.
And they've done just meat, onion, cheese.
Oh yeah.
By the way, speaking of weird styles of beer,
Yeah.
why hasn't anyone done a caramelized onion beer
No, yeah.
or
Oh.
like a garlic? Beer?
Probably because it would taste like shit.
I mean, yeah, but if we're gonna waste time like on carrot cake,
We can test this.
all
R&D.
We can pull some
pickle
beer
beer.
and just let
why
it-
not do an animal style one? We'll do a caramelized onion
There you
and
go.
pickle with some cheese. Fuck it.
Oh,
nail.
yeah. I'll tell you something after.
No.
I'll tell you something after.
Yeah.
It's that bad. You can't say it now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You don't look okay.
It's not good, but I'll tell you about it
No,
after.
he's got his mouth like bulged like
He's
he's
like
gonna vomit.
he's like a chipmunk.
Oh yeah.
He's like a chipmunk right now. Sorry, folks.
No,
We killed the host.
No, you're
Not on
good.
purpose.
It was an
But it was
accident.
bound to happen here.
It was an accident.
bound to happen
Yeah, I
here.
mean, you never know. We're in an asylum. We're in an asylum.
yeah.
He's sitting right next to the coffin.
Oh,
We can these.
it's like the Undertaker over here. Sorry, I'm a big wrestling fan. For that,
I wish we could find a way to reach out to the Undertaker.
that would be
I
pretty
really would.
badass.
That would be
Like,
cool.
if we could do a beer, because they have, skull. What is it? Broken
Broken Skull IPA.
Broken Skull.
If we could call the Undertaker, somebody, please, anyone,
Anybody
get us
here,
in contact with
anybody
the Undertaker
listening,
at WWE.
yeah,
We
just
could
reach
get
out.
That would be
beer.
interesting.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
it? It'd be so good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he he stays in character everywhere he goes.
Just have his eyes rolled back the whole
Yeah.
time. We'll make a beer
That's
label.
perfect.
It's fine.
Well, there is another brewery that did something with. Honestly, it was without the wrestler's consent. But I mean, we'll talk about that after too.
Why? Why is everything so secretive with you?
I just don't like to, But yeah,
No, talk about the wrestler. That's not breaching anything.
that's
He's
true.
trying not to get anything to bite him in the eye.
Nobody's
Yeah.
biting anyone.
Yeah,
Are
A
you
white
sure?
wrestler?
I
Are you
don't know.
sure? I'm not sure actually, but
Yeah.
Be a lot of ass
Why is
biting.
the
Who knows?
WWE after everyone?
I don't know.
Can't they be cool?
I don't know. I thought Vince McMahon was gone already. That was a joke.
Well, you got to imagine they don't make nearly as much as the MLB and
Oh,
NFL and everything else in the world.
Yeah.
Do they come over?
Well, the
to,
reason
like,
why
the
these are
Honda Center
brewery
and do-
specific things that I'll tell you
Yeah.
about.
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
Talking in general, but
Yeah.
Do they have? I hope that sometimes they do WWE matches at the Honda Center.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah, they had Raw there
Oh,
back in February.
yeah.
They did it. You know, they do that at Bierstadt. Have you ever heard of Bierstadt?
I don't think so. No.
So that's in Colorado.
Tommy, you can go watch that one by yourself.
Oh, I'm going to go.
Hey, I'll go watch wrestling with you.
No, you're going to be with me at GABF watching this, what I'm about to say.
I might be there too.
So there's a place called Bierstadt. They have like 3 beers on. Helleslager, Rausch beer, and the Pilsner, usually.
Okay.
And so they have a big space. And they usually host a live wrestling match in the brewery during GABF time. And it's packed with brewers, all the brewers.
That's wheelhouse for me.
And it's just great. It's cheesy. It's stupid.
just a thing.
It's just a thing. It's tradition.
Yeah.
And
I had my old school WWF belt that I used to keep at Noble for a little while. Yeah.
So
Why do I remember this belt?
Oh, maybe
Is this your belt?
Yeah, maybe Jimmy brought it over one day.
maybe he did.
Who knows?
Weird.
He was wearing it. And
Like, why is there a
nothing else.
WWF belt?
Yeah, it was always like it was hanging like perched up on one of their.
It was sitting up on the
like a shelf.
somewhere. I can't remember.
It was probably
I do
Noble.
remember seeing it though.
It was
But it's just a great time.
Oh yeah.
That was because the slow pour, they do a slow pour Pilsner there. That's
That's
it is 25 minutes to get a pour.
That's awesome.
In.
And it's worth it.
Yeah.
But the show's free. It's like 4 to 6 like wrestlers. It's great.
I love it.
It's stupid, it's cheesy, but you laugh and cheer
I
anyway.
would 1000% be in for that.
So, if we can get a hold of The Undertaker, anyone.
Yeah. Anybody
Please,
listening?
anyone that listens to this podcast,
Yeah.
if you have a connection.
I have a big following in Texas for whatever reason. So he's from
Genius.
Texas. Maybe.
Great.
Yeah.
Let's call it. We have a coffin. I bet he's that tall or taller. He's probably taller.
Yeah. He's like 6'11", I
Okay.
think, 6'10", 6'11".
We'll have to modify the coffin.
Yeah.
But,
That'll be all right.
Yeah.
He can,
he'll
shrug
tuck
down.
in. He'll tuck in
Yeah.
for the thing.
He's got to tuck and roll. I don't want to. I know you guys are open now. I don't want to keep you guys too long.
I mean, whatever.
We've been going almost an hour and 10.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So it's probably time to shut up anyway.
Oh no, you're fine. I mean, dude, I have people that sometimes we go for like 2-3 hours.
No, I'm
So,
cool without that.
Yeah,
Yeah, me
totally
too.
fine. So just
I
two
think
more
we did our
things. Your desert island beers. We'll start with that.
Desert Island beer.
Yeah.
The first batch of Cocoa Hut from Green Cheek.
Oh, no
Okay.
shit. I
The
agree.
OG one.
I
Yeah,
agree.
that one was fucking delicious.
But none of the other batches.
It has
Yeah.
never been returned.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I can get all of that, that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
Incredible. I agree.
Especially on an island.
Hell yeah.
Love that.
All day.
So, but I would allow a craft beer and a domestic.
Coors Banquet,
Okay. Yeah, that's mine too. Yeah,
100%.
the bank.
Island beer?
No, but you get a
Oh,
domestic and a
domestic.
craft.
Craft
Right.
and
So you can have
My
you can change it
domestic
up.
would
a
be
little
Red
bit.
Stripe, but not domestic.
That's not
Okay.
domestic.
I know, but that's my island beer.
Yeah.
That's not the question.
I don't
Yeah.
care if it's brought in or not.
Yeah.
God.
My
We'll pretend his island's close to Jamaica.
There you go.
God, give me something.
Like a hams, maybe.
Hams, there
All
you
right,
go.
hams. I can roll
Yeah.
with hams. Like
Yeah.
back in the day,
Yeah.
it would be like
I actually would like to rewind. No.
Hams?
I would go hams.
Okay.
Forget Coors Banquet.
I'm with you on hams.
back in the day, it would be Corona.
Okay.
Skunky.
So this is beach
Skunk beer.
going type beer.
All right.
It's okay. Skunks live on beaches.
Yeah. You never know.
I'm talking like 20 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
It was still skunky.
Yeah.
Well, nobody gave a shit.
So
That's-
he said gold
that's a
jacket,
personal problem.
green jacket. He gives a shit.
Gold jacket, skunk beer. Who gives?
There wasn't breweries everywhere to drink at
No,
that point in
there
time. So
wasn't.
think
Yeah.
about it. Cheap.
Sierra Nevada was
Refreshing.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done
Pizza
some-
Port was around.
Yeah.
Carl Strauss
Yeah,
was around. I would pick any of those.
Tustin was around.
But I will tell you, Pizza Port was not on the East Coast at that,
Well, that is
because that's originally where I'm from.
got it from like Florida, right?
You dipshit.
New
Yeah.
York. What was it again? Virginia?
South Philly, man. Come on.
I know it was
Love
Philly.
I know.
It's
He just likes to screw
I
it.
just like to
Yeah.
say every other state. Maine?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Maine.
It was Bangor, Maine.
Jersey, I get sometimes.
Jersey?
Yeah.
Maine?
Yeah. Where was Stephen King from?
North Carolina?
Close enough.
Okay.
Fine.
What was the last question?
Florida.
Last question is gonna be. Because you've been open since the soft opening was since I've been here was in December. But any fun tap room stories since you've opened?
Oh, there's been some good ones here
Okay.
in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
There was, I'll just say with one.
Okay.
So it was like a Tuesday or a Monday night, and this probably middle-aged lady comes in, and she's clearly, vagrant.
Okay.
And she's like, I was in the parking lot, and there's an alien, and I'm pregnant. And she's like, and I'm going to have a baby right now. And I was like, wait a minute. You were just in the parking lot right now with the alien, and you're already going to have a baby right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. So I was like, okay, I know what to do.
Yeah.
And I took her outside, and I took her to the corner right there in the Little People's Park, and I called the ambulance.
Yeah.
I said, there's a pregnant lady here.
She's going to have a baby.
Her baby's coming out, and she'll tell you all about it
Yeah.
in the paramedics. And they got here, and she's like, thank you so much. You have no idea what you've done. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I just have a couple questions, miss. And she's like, what? And I was like, so when, again, just tell me, how long ago were you impregnated?
Yeah.
By an alien.
She's like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's
damn.
it. That's
Yeah.
fast.
It's like, wow, that's incredible. I was like, have you thought of any names?
Yeah.
She hadn't thought of any names. So I was like, okay, well, I'm here with you. And then the Anaheim, paramedics took care of her.
Yeah, I wonder what she was on.
It was powerful shit, I'll tell you that. Whatever it was.
What are they? What's the movie? I mean, I think it was Jack with Robin Williams when he was like a kid that like accelerated growth, almost like a dog.
Okay, yeah.
Do you remember that movie?
What
Kind
year
of.
was
Somehow
that? It's old.
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty old. It's
I
old.
love
Yeah.
movies.
It's
dude.
like
I go,
90s.
Yeah, but like, yeah, it was like, yeah, he aged super fast. I was like, maybe she got knocked up and boom.
It could have been Robin Williams trying to come back.
It could have been, yeah.
Shit.
I was
And now
gonna
we
make a really-
stifled that.
Yeah, happens to the
Gone.
best of us.
Sorry, Robin.
Yeah, still love you.
Or Jack. But-
Either way. But I honestly, guys, I really appreciate you guys doing this and being on and for
Yeah, man,
everybody
you'll have to come
listening.
back.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
for sure. And for if you're the Undertaker,
If you can get
Mark
the-
Calloway,
Can we get him on the...
Undertaker.
Mark
What
Calloway.
we have up and coming, things are.
There's going to be some news. I'm going to tell you
we got
this.
news coming.
There's
Okay.
going to be some news that you cannot know right now.
Okay,
That
can you tell me
maybe-
off air?
Yes,
Okay,
Maybe.
a little bit.
all right.
Sort of.
I'll tell you
Depends.
some stuff off air too.
There'll be some off-air things.
Awesome.
We'll trade.
No, I thank you guys. I mean, and so off of Elm and
Lemon.
Lemon.
Okay.
Which is off, like, right off Anaheim Boulevard.
Oh yeah, and it's right. It's
Walking distance from the packing house.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's
Nice and close.
Exactly. So it's really close. You guys can come down, enjoy some beers. Honestly, love this place. The pinball machines, the atmosphere, honestly, the ambiance. This place at night is when the red lights are going. It's like game on. This is wheelhouse for me. So come down,
Dope.
enjoy some beers. They have tacos Los Cholos every Tuesday. Oh, one of the things I meant to ask you was because I know early on, like you guys were doing the Dino Nuggies.
Yeah.
I know. I was just bringing
It'll
it up.
come
just 'cause-
back.
Yeah.
It'll come back in its own way.
Yeah.
We had to kind of pause some things, but here's a little rundown of what we do during the week.
Yeah.
So Monday night we do trivia. Tuesdays Taco Tuesday.
Okay.
Wednesday we do Wax Wednesdays. We have like a bring your own vinyl situation where you don't have to have any experience, but they'll spin your vinyl, and it's a really good time. Thursdays we usually reserve for Pinball League and like just a pinball focus. Fridays we usually launch new beers or like restock beers.
Awesome.
And then Saturdays we just have kind of cool food trucks and events going on. Usually if we do like a market or anything, it's on a Saturday. Sundays we're working on a brunch situation. So
Love it.
trying to keep something
That'll
happening
be
every
fun.
day.
Sounds great.
Come on down
Come
Definitely.
visit. Say hi. We're always here.
and bring
Right.
the Undertaker.
Yeah, come on in. Water sign.
Yeah. It is.
And
All
Jimmy, do you want to say anything? Yeah.
God, Jimmy, Jesus.
Gotta love Jimbo Dini.
Jimmy is
Hey, did
here.
you guys let him try that first one you guys are putting out?
Don't talk, Jimmy.
No.
No.
Talk
No, we
less.
did not.
Talk less.
We will.
He's gonna cut it out. Give me
Oh no, I'll leave it in.
No, leave it in. But I'm just
No,
no.
we're,
I'm
we're
gonna talk
leaving
over-
it all in.
I'm talking over him, so it just meshes out.
There it is. But
Nobody can hear you.
Don't say anything.
Tommy, Kenny, thank you guys.
Pleasure.
You're
man.
I appreciate it. So I'll have to come back
Nice
down.
hanging out.
We'll do it. We'll do it again soon. And and I know Morgan was a little out of the meeting, but you won't be able to hear when I release this episode. So you're gonna be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah, we want to.
Oh yeah. But cheers, fellas. Thank you. And let's
Good night.
call it. And if you guys bet on sports, take the over, fuckers.
Yeah, bye.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like I said, it was a fun time over there. Definitely get down there to Elm Street over there. And it's kind of funny because it's on Elm Street. And, it's kind of like that Asylum kind of vibe. So it's pretty cool. All right. Well, we'll get ready to listen to Mike and Big Lou at Noble Ale Works and Angel Stadium.
Mike and Big Lou. Back at, I was gonna say back at last night, but we're at Noble right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where to put mine.
Oh, that's fine right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna leave all this in too, just so you know.
As you should.
Yeah.
We love the ananas.
Oh yeah, obviously. But cheers. I'm drinking elephants. Elephants are awesome.
I don't know what I'm drinking. It's some sort of hazy, but handed it to me.
There you go.
And I said, thank you, sir.
The best beer, city beer.
Exactly.
But we're going to the Angel game tonight. Braves, Angels.
Yep. Here.
Oh, I'm wearing my Braves jersey. You're wearing your Angel shirt, but you also have I think, a hat in there somewhere.
My hot girls love baseball hat.
There you go.
Gonna go on later.
Nice.
And we're gonna visit my dad.
There we go.
I met my mom earlier. My mom.
Sweetheart. Oh, she's a sweetheart for sure.
And then my dad's gonna drive me home because I am planning on
Getting shitty.
absolutely incapable of driving.
Yeah, I love it. And there's another game tomorrow.
I know.
Just saying.
I keep getting ads for it.
And I also got a credit on TickPick. So if you want to go tomorrow, we might have to do it again.
I might. I'll text my roommate there is supposed to go to Vendetta tomorrow night.
Okay.
And then Aaron and I are going to Brewery tomorrow.
Okay.
I got it.
There it is. Yeah. Aaron missing another get together.
I know. You know what? Every Friday, Aaron babysits.
Oh, what a fucking sweetheart. That son of a bitch. What a sweetheart. Love you, Aaron. I haven't met you yet.
But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like you,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron.
You're cool as fuck, Aaron.
He's full of fun. Yeah. So he's babysitting his nephew right now. His brother and sister-in-law work at the same store.
I started.
Yeah.
Together. There you go. All right, guys, we'll stay tuned. We're probably going to be recording in Angel Stadium. So there we go. Maybe, let's say your dad will probably pretend like he doesn't know us. All right? So your dad will probably remember he won't know us.
Dad will.
Oh, will know us. Oh, okay. Okay. So singing. All right, I'm down for a pour. Yeah. Yeah. Who doesn't love good cans? Nice cans. Exactly. Should we mention? Maybe we'll wait to mention it, but it's up to you. We can mention it now. Maybe something that we're doing together.
You know what? Let's say that wait.
Okay.
Wait.
All right, let's make him wait. Nice. Yeah. Who doesn't? Sometimes you gotta last.
My God.
All right. Of course we are. All right. Well, you guys are here from us soon in Angel Stadium.
Yeah. Good support, guys. Here you go.
Hi.
Angel Stadium.
Thank you.
Great to meet you.
Or Mike on the taproom. Your daughter sit on the tap.
Maybe not, daughter. Here's out of order.
The beer's out of order. That's okay. What do you want? Cocktail wise. There's vodka.
Yeah.
Me too. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, kind sir.
Oh.
All right. So me and Big Lou are at the game. Gunner's here.
How y'all doing?
He's down there.
Sup.
Yeah. Jake and Tina are nowhere to be found.
Yeah. Nowhere.
I went home, but we got free marks.
Yeah, we got free marks. Yeah, Dad.
Lou's dad.
Big Papa.
Yeah. I love it when you call me Big Pop.
Hey.
Should we review the marks?
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, mine is officially now halfway gone.
Okay, well, yeah. Are you trying to show me up, Henry?
This is, I love a margarita.
Quoting, what's the Rookie of the Year?
Yeah. This is really yummy. I love a margarita.
Well, on Boston's pitching today, we're probably going to lose.
I mean, I won't mention.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Right.
I always wish they could run faster from hitting to first.
You would think so.
You would think that's like the fucking sprint.
Yeah.
That's the sprint of your life. You run as fast as you can. I know. They kind of saunter over.
Yeah.
Run
You gotta
fucking
hit it
fast.
hard as much as you can.
Yeah. Smash the ball, start running.
Yeah, exactly.
I learned nothing from high school softball, so this is me just like talking on my ass.
Yeah.
But like run.
We're recording in Angel Stadium.
We are.
We had a great time in Nova.
You have wonderful fans. The Nova fans are fantastic and monkish. Fantastic. And what's the other place?
Monkey King.
No, it's just Asylum.
Yeah.
Asylum is great. That episode comes out Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Can't wait. This is gonna be part of it. Yes. It looks like they want you to flex. You should flex for the camera.
Are they like, I don't know how they sped up Nirvana right now, but they did.
You can turn anything into a house speed if you try hard enough, I guess.
Right.
That does not mean it's good.
When you're right, you're right.
Poor Kurt, rolling over in his grave.
Yeah. Maybe after I have 2 or 3 dogs, we'll put it up. Maybe it's better.
Yeah.
Here.
All right. Obviously, there was some technical difficulties on there. I need to buy it because I lost my other lapel mics. I was using these other ones I had from a long time ago. Excuse me, Jesus. I had from a long time ago. And yeah, clearly one of them doesn't work. So I guess I got to buy some new ones. All right. Let's see here. Obviously, don't forget to, if you want to buy a t-shirt, the link is in the bio. Yeah. Appreciate it. Now stay tuned for LA Brew Life's college football royal predictions.
All right, college football is back, and this is an exclusive special segment for the Taproom Podcast with Mike. We love college football. I mean, we like a lot of sports. I know he likes hockey. We love NFL and all the other sports, but there's something about college football that we love. And this year in particular is going to be crazy because of all the changes that are happening. But first, I want to give a shout out to OG Trier Beer and his homies. They hooked me up with this jumbo Timbo double dry hopped IPA during Timbo week. And, I have to start off with a beer to do this college football segment. So let's pop this baby open. Yeah. So it's not as herbal as a regular Timbo Pils. There is some floral elements on the nose, a little more fruit forward. Let's taste it. Definitely more dank, more full bodied. This is a West Coast IPA at 7.5, so it makes sense. And it's really good. Thanks again, guys, for giving this to me. So on to college football. So the top 3 things I want to talk about is number 1, the expansion or the creation of these super conferences. Number 2, the expansion of the college football playoffs. And number 3, my predictions for the national champion. So let's take a look at these super conferences, starting with the Big 12. They added Arizona, Arizona State, Colorado, and Utah. I think Utah is a clear favorite to win the Big 12. The next one, probably the weakest of the super conferences, is the ACC. I think obviously they have Clemson, former national champions, but they added Cal, they added Stanford, but the top 2 teams are most likely going to be Florida State Seminoles or Miami Hurricanes. I think one of those teams are going to win the conference and move on to the playoffs. The next one is the great legendary SEC. I think Georgia Bulldogs are clearly the favorites to win here. They did add Texas and Oklahoma, and out of those 2, I think Texas is going to give them a run. Those 2 teams, Georgia and Texas, have a shot not only to win the SEC, but to win the national title. And yes, Alabama's there, but Nick Saban's gone. Let's be real. That transition is probably going to be a little tough. They do have a top 2 recruiting class, top 3, which is great, but I don't see them competing because of those changes. So on to the Big Ten, now has 18 teams. And the clear favorite here is the Ohio State University. Number 2 is Oregon. They did add USC, Washington, and UCLA. But again, as far as recruiting and overall strength, I think Oregon Ducks have the best chance to win the conference and to compete for the national title. So on to the college football playoffs. The big change is not only from expanding from 6 to 12 teams, the top 4 teams have to be conference champions. So most likely what that means is the SEC conference champion, the Big Ten conference champion, the Big 12 and the ACC, they're going to have the top 4 spots. That's probably what's going to happen. And because it's 12, you're going to have a couple of teams, maybe 2 or 3 in the SEC, maybe 2 or 3 in the Big Ten. And you're going to fill the rest of it with like some Cinderella teams from smaller conferences, maybe. So that should be very exciting. Again, so the quarterfinals are going to have the usual Great Bowl, Fiesta Bowls, Peach Bowl, All-State Sugar Bowl, and our favorite, the Rose Bowl. And just looking at the top 25, I think, it's really no stretch that I'm doing here, but I think if I were going to put money to who's going to win the national title, I think the Georgia Bulldogs are going to win the national title. They missed out last year. I think overall they have the number 1 recruiting class, according to my research. A lot of 5 stars, a lot of 4 stars. I think Kirby Smart is an excellent coach. I think they're going to be ready. SEC is going to be tougher, but I think if you're going to bet, I think that's the way to go. So now my fan favorite one is really more of to see these programs. There's 2 of them that I like: Oregon, Texas. I think Oregon, with the whole, I was a big fan of Oregon before because of the whole uniform thing. I think they did a great job recruiting with all the Nike money. Also helped a lot, obviously. I think they have a great shot in the Big Ten. And Texas, Sarkisian, I think he's a great coach. I think Quinn Ewers, since he's coming back, I know Arch Manning, people wanted to see him play a lot, but Ewers is a very, very experienced quarterback, and I think he's going to do well. One of those 2 programs, I would like to see them win. Oregon to win their first national title, and Texas hasn't won in a while, so it will be nice to see one of them win. My hunch pick, which is not really a hunch, I think the Ohio State is due. Chip Kelly is now their offensive coordinator. They have a top 3 recruiting class as well, and I think they have a shot to win. I think they're going to make the playoffs for sure, no matter what. Any of these 4 teams are going to, top 4 teams, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Texas, I think they're a lock to make the playoffs. Now, SEC has like number 5 and number 6 are SEC teams: Alabama, Ole Miss. I talked about Alabama before. Ole Miss has Lane Kiffin. I think he's a great recruiter. I think Jackson Dart, I think, is their quarterback, and they're going to do well. They have a shot, but they may make the playoffs as well. But yeah, it's hard. Notre Dame is at number 7. They're definitely going to make the playoffs. I think they're not part of a conference, but because of that, if they have a 1 loss or maybe even 2 loss season, I think they're going to make the top 12. And so my number 4 sentimental pick, I think, is USC. Mike and I love USC. Now that they're in the Big Ten, I think, they have a shot. We're playing LSU first. We're playing Michigan later on. And if we could beat those 2 teams, we may have a shot to make playoffs. It'll be tough to win the conference, but you never know. I think Lincoln Riley is a great coach. So overall, it's going to be an exciting season. I can't wait to see it. The 24th is going to be the first games, and, the week after, USC is playing LSU. So it's just going to ramp up after that. So it's going to be great. Thanks again, Mike, for letting me do this segment. Cheers, everyone.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that part with Art. Yeah, him and I are obviously really big college football fans, and I'm sure there's a ton of you out there, especially in the beer community. So excited for college football. I didn't really, honestly, I was trying to I couldn't really think of any my predictions just yet. I kind of what I do want to say is talk about the top 25 a little bit and who I think is going to make noise. I mean, obviously Georgia's coming in at 1, and you have Ohio State 2, Oregon 3, Texas, and Bama to round out the top 5. I do like Texas. I like Oregon as well, kind of like that Art had mentioned. I do like Bama. I like Bama. I know losing Nick Saban, but there's always that kind of anytime that a head coach leaves, right? The next guy to come in, usually does well, at least, for the most part, because they'll come in and do well because they're playing. I mean, they have all of their kids. I know there was some people that left, but I really like Kalen DeBoer. I think he's a really good coach. So I think they're going to do well, or at least maybe not well, but I think they're going to do a lot better than people expect. I mean, and it's Bama. I think they're going to find a way. I love Ohio State. I like them a lot. Obviously, Georgia replacing a quarterback. I think Georgia's going to be Georgia. Their defense is going to be stout. And I don't think they're going to get hosed again out of the playoff. I mean, especially not now because there's 12 teams. So there's just a lot going on, but I'm going to definitely give my predictions next week. What else we got here? So we have Notre Dame. coming in at 7, Ole Miss 6, Penn State, Michigan, Florida State, Missouri, Utah, LSU, Clemson, Tennessee, Oklahoma State, K-State, Miami, A&M, Arizona, Kansas, SC, NC State, and Iowa. I mean, they got SC at 23. I'm fine with that. I'm actually glad that they're lower. I hate when they freaking rank them up at the top 5, top 10. And obviously that hasn't happened in a while, but when they would do that and then they would just fall apart, and it was just like, it felt like every year. So I'd rather start off low and 8, if they do well, they do well. Notre Dame, again, like they're at 7. I'm not too sure about them just yet. I mean, we'll see like what happens with the quarterback situation. Obviously you lose, Hartman. Penn State, I like a lot. Michigan, I mean, see, they lost a few. I mean, they lost their starting quarterback. They lost their running back in Quorum. I don't know. I don't see them obviously making that noise. And I feel like Ryan Day with Ohio State has to beat Michigan this year. So let's see. Florida State, I don't know. I'm not entirely sold on them just yet. Utah, I feel like Utah could do well. LSU, I mean, they have a great offensive line. Clemson, Tennessee. Yeah, I mean, there's like everybody else I feel like, has like outside of that top 10 maybe, or maybe top 12, 13, 14. I feel like it's a real shot. It's going to be exciting this year with the 12-team playoff because you could lose 2 or 3 games and still make the playoff and maybe go on a run. So it's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'll give them my predictions for the CFP and all that sort of stuff later on. In next week's episode leading into week 1. And I'm also going to be bringing back the Mike's Picks of the Week. So I'm excited about that. I won't be doing one for week 0 because I was like, I'd have to kind of look at see who's playing, but just really excited. Looking forward to some barbecue. Looking forward to, those fall Saturdays. All right, Tap Fam. I hope you guys have a great week. And like I said in the reel last week, find your beer, man. All right. Cheers.